I'm joined now by Peter Vesey of the New York Post. Peter, let's look at Saturday's extraordinary schedule in the playoffs, beginning with the 4-5 game in the East. Washington and Cleveland. Cavaliers have eliminated the Wizards each of the past 2 years. How do you see this coming now? You got LeBron having the back issue, set out the final game, but he's going to be a typical LeBron performance, right?
Yeah, no, I don't worry about LeBron. He's going to have to do more than ever. That's for sure. This team is not the same team as was going into last season, into the last playoffs last year, and he carried them all the way to the finals. I just can't see that happening this year. They haven't played well since that giant trade at the deadline in February, and Pavlich is out for at least the first round, which means he might be out until training camp next year. I think the Wizards can beat them. I think that there's certainly a revenge factor of losing the last two. I think that this team has their three superstars back. Gilbert Arenas, as long as he doesn't try to overdo things and allows Caron Butler and Antoine Jamison to carry the offensive load, and he just plays a subservient or subordinate role. You know, and I love the way the young guys have come on this year. I love the way that Haywood has come on with a force, Sangala with a force. I like the Wizards in an upset, if it is an upset.
Okay, 4-5 game in the West, Utah and Houston. Second straight year they're meeting in the first round. Houston, the 5 seed, will have home court because of a better record. Ripped off that 22-game win streak. How much is that carrying over in terms of momentum, confidence, et cetera, into the playoffs in this particular series?
Well, if it had started a week ago, you know, if it ended.
That's old news. They can't depend on anything they've learned from there.
No, I don't think so. They learn they can win if they play, you know, really good defense, which they do. If they move the ball well, which they do very well. You know, Rick Adelman has them well trained, following up from Jeff Van Gundy, and the defensive had the defense down pat last year. But I just don't see it without Yao Ming. They need that inside game. Tracy McGrady, they're going to have to rely on him too heavily, I believe. Rafer Alston has the hamstring problem. And the Jazz, no, they're not a great road team, but I think they believe that they can beat the Rockets in Houston. And I believe it also. I think that's a team that's on the rise and could get into the finals of the West. I love the way their defensive aggression is picked up. And so I like the Jazz.
All right. Thirdly, Dallas, New Orleans, the 2-7 matchup. New Orleans, outstanding all season. Now it's the playoffs. Do you think that play will continue to allow this team to go deep into the postseason?
Well, again, Chris Paul is the toughest small man next to Allen Iverson probably in a long, long time, and dominates the ball, sets up his teammates. But I think that this series works against this team because, you know, the Mavericks, you know, they haven't played well since the kid trade, but I think they're on course to getting it right. Now, Jerry Stackhouse might not be right or might not be ready for the playoffs, but I think all the bad experience that Dallas has gotten over the last 2 years, I think they're going to put that to good use in this series. And I think that the playoff inexperience of the Hornets, although I don't expect for a second that Chris Paul will back down to anybody,
right.
But I think it's going to pay off for Dallas.
All right, Peter, finally, the 3-6 matchup in the West, Phoenix and San Antonio. The Suns won 3 of the 4 in the regular season. What does the Shaq factor mean in this series?
Well, it means a lot because in a half-court game, as we saw in the last time that these two teams played in San Antonio, that Duncan really has a tough time playing Shaq one-on-one, and Shaq can bottle up that middle so he can take some stuff away from Duncan. That's why the Suns made this trade. They didn't think that we were going to have to play the defending champs this early in the playoffs, but why not get it done quickly while Shaq, you know, is in great shape? You don't have to worry about an injury. Now, Grant Hill is probably going to miss at least part of this series. That's going to be a factor. But I think we could see an upset in this series. I think the Suns can win in San Antonio, and the Spurs have not finished strong this season. They had trouble scoring.
All right, so you like Washington, you like Utah, was it? Dallas and Phoenix Suns, is that the last one?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's the world according to Peter Vesey. All right, thanks for your insight,
Thank
Peter.
you.
All right.